Alright, Schlockmeister fans, it's DAGMAR'S Hot Pants Incorporated. Let's check it out. Ow, hot pants. I will hold your wishes while you fill the dream. I will find. Here we meet Dagmar. She is a high-priced call girl, but she's intending to get out of the business, and this is her last day on the job. She gets a call from a client.
Please, Dagmar, I'd like to see you just for a few minutes. It's very important.
Well, okay, I guess I could make it right now.
Great. I'll be right over.
She's leaving, so I think she's having somebody else move into her flat
It's
for
at
her.
1 o'clock sharp on the 5th floor of the Viking building. The name is Jensen, Swenson, Johansson, and Fink.
Right. I got it down in my book.
That customer
Okay, I'll
shows
take it
up.
from here, honey.
Sorry, Lenny. It only take a minute. Yes.
This guy's really infatuated with
serious,
Dagmar.
baby. I dig you so much, I'd even give up the hardware business. You and I could have a great life together, baby.
Yes, John.
He gives her a ring.
Why? Because you're the most wonderful person in this whole world.
Now, he's also married,
And I want you to get out of this lousy business once and for all.
but he says he's going to leave his wife.
Marry me. Now, what do you say?
Anyway, she declines the invitation. Later on, a friend calls her. She's a call girl too. She needs somebody else to join her this night.
I haven't even paid this month's rent.
I tried to help you out. I called.
Don't bother. I thought you were my friend, but now I see you're selfish, like the rest of them.
So she calls a bunch of her other prostitute friends to see if they can help out. None of them can, though.
I'm sorry, Dagmar, but I'm on my monthly vacation this week.
A visit to the doctor to find out that she's not pregnant.
You have nothing to worry about. The test is negative.
Good. Will you fill out that form for me, please?
Of course. I suppose there are occasional occupational hazards in your line of work.
Do you think that would help my balance, Papa?
The guy brings in his virgin son.
Gunnar is a virgin.
Huh?
I'm a virgin.
That's nothing to be ashamed of. Everybody was a virgin once.
So she's going to de-virginize him.
Now, Gunnar, you must remember that there are some differences between men and women.
I know. I look in my father's magazines.
And this...
Dagmar informs this neighbor lady she's leaving.
Well, dear, please be careful wherever you are going. I couldn't help but see what you are doing for a living. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not the one to judge. Lord knows I haven't been exactly an angel myself, but watch out that you don't get hurt.
So she gives away her little black book since she won't need that any longer either.
Gee, I wish I had as nice a handwriting as you do, Dagmar.
After each customer's name, I put down what he paid for a visit, so you know what each one's good for.
Anyway, she does decide to go to her friend's house to help out.
Suzuki from Tokyo. And this is his friend, Mr. Suzui Nakajima.
He has a great description for ladies.
You weren't kidding us, Ingrid. She's built like a brick pagoda.
To get in the mood, they dance. That guy has got the moves. Dagmar's like a brick pagoda. This other guy accuses her of taking his money.
Yesterday I had 500 rubles in my wallet from some little transaction. And this morning, nothing. Nothing at all. Only picture of my wife in Moscow.
Luckily, the Japanese guy shows up to help her out
This what?
with a chop.
I thought you'd say that.
So, please don't ask me where I'm going.
I can't believe it. Do you really think you can quit this business for good?
Why not? To some girls, it's been a way of life. For me, it's been a temporary, high-paying job. And at a time when I needed a lot of money.
She has to make love to some sort of music conductor or something.
I thought it tasted
I had
funny.
sex with this guy too.
Do you want a shot?
Not when I'm on duty.
I have to zoom in here to hide her boobies from you, unfortunately.
How long have you been on the Vice Squad?
Getting flight information.
Yes, please. Could you tell me if the 7:30 plane to Stockholm tonight will be leaving on time?
Just a moment, please. Yes, it took off from Paris on time and is expected to land on schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Just as she's about to leave, Vince shows up. Vince is her pimp. I didn't even know she had one.
This is Dagmar Anderson, Vesterstagade 21.
Hello, Dagmar.
Vince.
I thought I'd surprise you.
He is not going to want her to leave.
For a few days.
Is that so? You know you don't leave town without checking with me by cable.
You said you wouldn't be back for a month and...
Anyway, he has plans. He needs her that
You
night.
can call him Benny B. Everyone does. Things got a little hot for him over there. I want you to be real nice to him.
Anyway, she takes a shower and then she gets Vince to take a shower, and while Vince is in there, she takes off in a towel. And with her teddy bear. Anyway, she gets out of there, she flies away, and she meets this man who calls her Marie. Turns out Dagmar is her hooker name. And this guy is her fiance. And she paid for his schooling, medical school.
I want you to know that I do feel sort of guilty. I mean, letting you pay for my school and now buying the house and setting up my office in Humo.
Why should you?
He has a little guilt, too, while he was gone. He hadn't seen her in 2 years.
Me in medical school and you working in Copenhagen. Well, I got so lonely and frustrated, and I didn't want to get involved with anybody, so I started visiting a prostitute.
She couldn't care less. And they're going to live happily ever after.
Aren't you shocked? A little?
Not really. After all, I think they served an important purpose from the beginning of time. As the old saying goes, they also serve who lie and wait.
All right, let's talk about Dagmar's Hot Pants Incorporated. This is a movie that my fellow Schlockmeister Jeff and I were looking at some microfilm in the library 25 years ago or so, looking at, I don't know what we were looking up, but we ended up looking at some of the movie listings at our local theaters that had taken place in the 70s. So we're looking at the microfilm for these newspapers, and we came across this movie that was playing at one point called Dagmar's Hot Pants Incorporated. We thought it was a fantastic title. Never heard of it, obviously. But then in the early 2000s, that memory came back, and I decided to look for the movie, and sure enough, I found it. I don't know where I got it from. I have a couple of bootlegs of it, 2 different ones, actually. This particular one, which I made a DVD-R of, I believe it's a bootleg VHS copy I had from taken from a Greek VHS tape. So anyway, it's under the title Dagmar and Company on this one, but it is Dagmar's Hot Pants Incorporated. The story itself stars a woman named Diana Keir, or something like that, Kjaer. She's Swedish, I think. And she is a high-priced call girl. She has like a bunch of call girlfriends, and we find out later on that she's actually using this money to raise a lot of money to pay for her fiance's medical school. Her fiance lives in a different country, Sweden. I think she's in Copenhagen. I don't know where Copenhagen is, but anyway, somewhere over there in Europe. And she hasn't seen him in 2 years, apparently. She's just off doing call girl stuff, raising this money to pay for her schooling, which we find out near the end, actually. But it's come time where her career is coming to an end now, and she knows she has enough money. She needs to fly back to him, and they're going to live happily ever after. He's done with his schooling. So she's basically trying to wrap up all loose ends. She goes to the doctor, make sure she's not pregnant. She has sex with a few more people, just basically her last calls. One guy actually proposes to her, which she ends up turning down and gives the ring back to him. But she gives away her little black book. She arranges for someone else to take her over her apartment. So she's really covering her ends here instead of just walking away from it. So good for her for being responsible. Near the end of this movie, though, as she's about to leave to get on her plane, Vince shows up. That's her pimp. I didn't even know she had a pimp up until this scene. Vince says, "You can't go anywhere. I need you. I need you tonight. You can't go anywhere without telling me, blah, blah, blah." Well, he was supposed to be gone for 30 days, so she was going to use that time to leave, but now he's back. So anyway, she denies that she was going to leave. She's going to go visit her parents or something like that. So I think they actually had sex too, although they were making out. They don't really show anything beyond that. But she took a shower, and then she got Vince to take a shower. And while Vince was in the shower, she grabbed her teddy bear and all of her belongings, wrapped a towel around herself, and took off out of the apartment, got on a plane, and went to meet her fiance, and apparently lived happily ever after. That's our movie. So anyway, I just found out today, actually, this movie does appear to have had a DVD release in 2018. It's a PAL DVD. It's available overseas, but it looks like it might even be in English, so I don't know. But it looks like it's extremely rare. I don't have it. I would like to have it, but maybe I'll track it down someday. Until then, I have my homemade DVD art with my homemade DVD box art, so I'll take it. So anyway, lots and lots of nudity in this movie. The ladies are pretty good looking, and that's really what this movie was made for. It's just titillating kind of comedy. Although there's a little drama rolled in there as well. But anyway, there's no hot pants in this movie, and she doesn't run some sort of business either. There's no incorporation, nothing. So I don't know where that title comes from, but whatever. It was it's an okay, fun movie. So anyway, check it out. Let me know what you think about it. Leave some comments down below if anybody's ever seen this thing. Dagmar's Hot Pants Incorporated. Great title. Watch it. Bye.